Because I mean, really think about it. Would you want to be in a market that's already in this big, giant, complete bubble and pure chaos is happening in that bubble? Or would you rather be in a market that has been in a correction for over 2 years and you're just waiting for the money to come flying over to your market? Because that's where we are. And that makes me incredibly excited. And it's way more crazy to be watching what's happening in those other markets and how those people are panicking on what they need to be doing while we're sitting here just kind of waving our hands like, hey, hey, come on over here, guys. We're over here. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Blockchain Backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And we are starting off the week as a wild one once again in global markets and in the cryptocurrency market. There's so much to talk about today that I've had to spend time just thinking about how am I going to put it all into one video. And the reality is I can't. So I'm just going to divide it up into two videos, and we're going to have this first video be entirely focused on XRP, the price chart, taking a look at it. Then the second video will be more focused on global markets and everything going on in there. We do have some volatile price action going on the XRP price chart and on the Bitcoin price chart and really just all of cryptocurrency. So we'll take a peek at that. But really the much bigger news is what's going on in global markets and all the chaos that is going on in there. So we're going to spend this video just doing the technical analysis and taking a peek at where we're at. With yesterday's price movement, we have broken all Fibonacci retracement levels, and really the previous fractal that we used to follow or we're hoping was going to continue does not appear to be in play anymore. So we're going to have to go back to the basics and take a look at where is this market at and are we still at the bottom? So I'm still going to stick to my guns on it that yes, the bottom is still in, and this is going to be a double bottom because from a measurement standpoint, the bottom is still in, and this would just be a double bottom. So let's head back on over to Coin Trader, and I'm going to show you this. So here we go. This was our previous fractal that we were following. We've been following it for nearly a year, and with this price movement that we had yesterday, this was a big breakdown. This was removing the previous fractal from play by taking out that low right there. So at this point, I don't see any reasonable reason on why we should continue using that any longer. It is gone now. So let's take a step back and see, okay, well, what about now? What do we do? When we take really a zoomed out approach to looking at this chart, we could see that, hey, you know what? This bottom is still not taken out. And when we were back in this area right here, we were debating whether or not 15 cents would be the bottom or the current price level would be the bottom, and eventually came to the conclusion this is going to be the bottom and that 15 cents will not come in. And that really derived from taking a look at the Bitcoin price chart and seeing that Bitcoin had done an 83% correction in 2014 and that Bitcoin did an 83% correction in 2018. So we said, okay, well, you know what? We've done a 95.5% correction in XRP, and XRP that was in 2014, we did a 95% correction. And here in 2018, 2019, we've done a 95% correction. It made much more sense for the bottom to be right here than for it to go any lower. Then, what do you know? We popped up off that bottom, and now here we are coming back. Now, one of the things with this pullback is that we don't see any reasonable Fibonacci retracement of this. So like if we measure from the top to the bottom, you can see that every single Fibonacci retracement level has been taken out. So at this point, this tool really renders useless for this particular situation. Now, if you go back and you watch my videos from back in this time, from February 13th, February 14th, you could look here on this altcoin market cap chart. When we were right here at this 0.702 retracement level, I mentioned over and over again, we have to get through this level. Unfortunately, we got rejected by the actual retracement level and have pulled back. As for the total altcoin market cap, it is now sitting right here at this 0.236 Fibonacci retracement zone. And looking over here on Bitcoin, you can see that it just now recently hit the 0.702 Fibonacci retracement zone, or got darn near close to it. The charts prove it over and over again. Bitcoin leads the way. So Bitcoin has now done a 70.2% retracement level pullback on this move up, which also coincides with this top right here, this back test, and now here we are again, and it also coincides with the Fibonacci retracement levels. Heading back on over to XRP, I do know that there are people hoping that they can get in at 15 cents around down here. When we were back here in this zone right here and we decided, no, this is actually going to be the bottom and we're not going to go to 15 cents. Well, we had previously talked about 15 cents, and it really was about how the Fibonacci's had lined up. And that was right here. You could see that there was a lot of reaction that was going on in these zones right here that made 15 cents a potential. However, it did not match up to what we've seen with how cryptocurrency has reacted in the past. And that's with the Bitcoin retracements and with the XRP retracements in regards to total percentage drawdowns. So we decided it was a better shot to go for the bottom being in right here than being down here. So for those who are hoping for a lower price, I can see how you would want that and how that you could potentially see that based off this Fibonacci retracements. However, I'm still sticking with it that I think this is actually the bottom and this is just performing a double bottom. Now, I do know that this is quite disappointing for a lot of people. We had a lot of different places that we were hoping would be the hold and that we would find some type of support and then move our way up from there. But unfortunately, this chart has just not responded to anything in regards to this pullback right here. And what it really comes down to is the thing that we need for Bitcoin to do is to hold this level, because right now this is a 70% retracement right here of this whole move right here. So if Bitcoin can hold this, then hopefully the entire cryptocurrency market can find support. Now, people may be saying, well, oh, why do we have to be so tied to Bitcoin? Nah, it's true. We are tied to Bitcoin, or Bitcoin is the leading indicator. So if we want our leading indicator to tell us what we're doing, we would like to see that Bitcoin does hold this level. Now, when this was happening live, I also was able to call this bottom, and it was just because we did the same thing. We had done a 70.2% pullback. Now, if you remember it, for those who are here with me, I think right now I have about 16,000 subscribers, which is absolutely incredible. But at that time, I probably had nearly 5, 6, 7, 7,000, something like that. We were looking for it to come down and touch this level, but you could see right here, it came just a little teeny tiny bit short and found its way up. So does it actually have to come down and hit that level again? I don't know. Or are we going